We have traveled land and sea, but as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather.
Good morning, everybody. It is about 7 o'clock here in Key West, Florida, and the sun's getting ready to come up. I'm going to sit here for a little bit and watch the sun come up. I will say that my experience as far as car boondocking was not the greatest, although my car's not set up for boondocking, so that's probably why it wasn't the greatest. I have set it up before where I had my seat folds down in the back and I can set it up as a bed. I probably should have got that ready before I came to Key West, but I just slept in my front seat and I didn't get harassed at all at that park that I parked at, or the parking lot. And but yeah, it wasn't the best experience. It was kind of uncomfortable, but you know, it's not about that. It was about enjoying myself here in Key West, and today I'm actually going to go down the road and visit a state park. As you can see where I'm parked, it's pretty dead. I think this time of year there's a lot of parking, as long as you're not in the main part of Key West and you stay out of where the touristy areas are, that you can definitely find parking. And like I said, if you get harassed, just move. But I didn't get that problem. So, but then again, I was in a car. I don't know how that would work for an RV or a van. All right, I'll see y'all down the road. Well, I'm here at Fort Zachery Taylor, and it's $4.50 to get in, which is pretty usual. Right here we're at the entrance to Fort Zachery. This is the sign, the welcome sign. It's open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's next tour. You can do individual tours, or there's guided tours, and the next tour is at noon, but I'm here early, so I'm just going to do a self-guided tour. Welcome to Fort Zachery Taylor Historic State Park, better known as Fort Taylor, or to locals as Fort Zac. It is Florida's state park and a national historic landmark centered on the Civil War era. This fort is located near the southern tip of Key West, Florida. The history of Fort Zachery Taylor, 1845 to 1900. Construction of the fort began in 1845 as a part of the mid-19th century plan to defend the southeast coast through a series of forts. The fort was named after the United States President Zachary Taylor in 1850, a few months after President Taylor's sudden death in office due to yellow fever epidemic. Material shortages slowed construction of the fort, which continued throughout the 1850s. At the outset of the U.S. Civil War in 1861, Union Captain John Milton Brannan seized control of the fort, preventing it from falling into Confederate hands, and used it as an outpost to threaten blockade runners. Originally, the fort was surrounded by water on all sides, with a walkway linking it to the island. The fort was completed in 1866, although the upper level of one side was destroyed in 1889 to make way for more modern weapons, with the older cannons being buried within the new outer wall to save on materials. The fort was heavily used again during the 1898 Spanish War. From 1900 to the present. In 1947, the fort, no longer of any use to the Army, was turned over to the U.S. Navy for maintenance. In 1968, volunteers led by Howard S. England excavated Civil War guns and ammunition buried in the long abandoned parts of the fort, which was soon discovered to house the nation's largest collection of Civil War cannons. Fort Taylor was therefore placed on the National Registry of Historic Places in 1971 and designated as a historic landmark in 1973. Wow, that's really dark and creepy. Yeah, I don't think so. Now back to the tour. Due to the filling in of land around the fort, including the creation of an attractive stretch of beach, the park now occupies 87 acres. This staircase is inaccessible because it leads to the second floor that was destroyed. This is Fort Zachery Taylor's registered National Historic Landmark plaque, 1973. Not sure exactly what this room is. Maybe it was a storage facility for weapons. And last but definitely not least is the flagpole here located in the center of the courtyard. This does conclude the tour of Fort Zachery Taylor here in Key West, Florida. I hope you come and experience Fort Taylor for yourself. It's been great for me. I do want to remind you that they do have guided tours. They are at specific times. The last one that I saw was at noon, so if you want to call them for more information. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for further videos. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye everybody.